Morales. Thank you. Thank you. As I look out into the crowd, I remember we had my inauguration here when I came in and had the meet and greet for the city. And we had it here at the museum, and I remember looking around and, there were so many people that came to support me that were friends, but also so many new people that I had never met before. And one of the things that strikes me is that in that period, all those folks, I look out right now and I recognize everybody. Everybody's a friend now. Everybody's become a colleague. Everybody's become a supporter. Everybody's become a comrade in arms, because we're fighting this fight together. And I want to thank you all for welcoming me here, for making me feel at home, and letting me make my mark here in San Benito for you all. So again, thank you so much for that. The other thing, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the staff. Obviously, I want to thank God for bringing us all here together. Everybody's happy, healthy. Hopefully, we can have a good meeting and a good opportunity to share what's happening in San Benito. It's a great time to be here, folks. But I want to thank the staff, because Aleida and all the folks that put this thing together, Christina, Diana, everybody else, and I know I can't name them all because it's just too much, but the fact remains is that we can't do anything here without a team. And they put this thing together. If you see this mobile exhibit here, this is it. This is the history of San Benito in one room, basically. And it makes you understand, at least visually, what this town has to offer, what this town has had before, what it is now, and what it can be in the future. It can be the center of economic development, of growth and prosperity in Cameron County. And I've seen it in the Upper Valley, and I know what I recognize here. And this is it, folks. This is our chance. So, again, I'm glad y'all are here. I don't want to stand between you all and your dinner, but we're going to get this show started. I want to recognize my elected officials, my folks that actually support me, the folks that brought me here, the folks that voted for me to come to be your city manager. I'd like to start with Mayor Pro Tem Pete Calman. Commissioner Deborah Morales. Commissioner Tom Goodman. And Commissioner Jose Navarro, which I don't think he's here, but he's here in spirit with all the other he'll get here as soon as he can. And of course, obviously, we're here because we've got an opportunity to share the good news. We've got a big surprise for y'all at the end. Actually, we got a couple of big surprises. So get ready for that. Hang on to your dessert. But enjoy the food, enjoy the bar, but also enjoy what we're going to be sharing with y'all today. The man of the hour, the person that, again, leads this city, provides guidance, and has been an opportunity of a lifetime for me to work with him. He's got the biggest heart I've ever seen in any elected official. He leads by example. He just loves San Benito, and you just can't help but fall in love with whatever he's falling in love with. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce your mayor, my mayor, Ricardo Guerra. So we're going to do things a little differently. Give me a little Q&A. The mayor likes to talk to folks, and trust me, I get the phone calls that he gets. They just go to him first. So go ahead,
there's two people out there standing up. Please, there's a lot of chairs, empty chairs over here. Please take a seat, okay? if there's any way, there's gonna be food being served, please, there's chairs open, please come on over.
No? Good. All right, and again, proves my point. Always looking out for somebody. He wants everybody to be comfortable, everybody to be happy. So, we started off trying to get a pulse from the community about what the concerns are, and you know, it's not too hard. So we wanted to start off with some of the questions that were brought to us by our community. Obviously, you know, we can't share all of them because we're short for time. But I think that it's important to know that even though your questions aren't being aired, and we are going live right now, we're trying to take this to all the community. Obviously, we want to make this a city event, folks that understand what's going on, because a lot of times they're intimidated to go to City Hall. They're intimidated to go to city meetings. They don't know exactly what happens at City Hall. So I want to give them a little taste and so they can understand what's happening and what we're doing to work for them. Again, I'm just humbled and you know, thrilled to be a part of this, and I'm glad that the mayor and the commission gave me this opportunity. So the first question was from some.
Can you give me this?
Sure.
Before we start, I know that yeah, I'm sentimental about it, but my wife, Esmeralda here, stood up. She's here, she's supporting me. There's time that she told me, well, I don't think you should run. I said, well, I don't care. I told her, sorry, I don't care, but I think I'm going to run for something with the city. She has been my biggest supporter. I mean, through thick and thin, she's had the same hits, almost the same hits as I've had throughout the years. But you know, I just want to thank you so much. I love you. I got my sisters also, and I still have my dad, my mom, which are sitting over here. Yes. And you know, it's just one of those things that you know, I'm very proud of them. They've been supporting me throughout the years, trying to move something to the board. Sometimes they say, you go, why? Why do you do it? Because I love something. Because I love the people. I know, I hope you guys understand, the people understand what we're trying to do as a commission. You know, we get the good, we get the bad, we get the ugly. But we still we're here trying to support, trying to give something good and leave it better than what we got handed over to. The commission has been awesome. Mayor Pro Tem, Commissioner Morales, Goodman, Navarro, all these people, the commission has been awesome. And like I said, like Fred said, you have Fire PD also that have done so much tremendous work for us. Public Works, you know, it just go on. But I just want to recognize them. The chamber, you ain't gonna leave without mentioning the chamber. Food pantry, thank you, Mr. First, thank you so much. We also got, you know, where is he? Where did he go? Steve Yellen?
He's here.
He's here? Okay.
He was here.
Well, he better be here. He better leave. But anyway, we got the school also coming in. Thank you so much for the school board also. Thank you for being here. We do have, the lights are so bright they can blind me, but anyway. Again, we want to move something forward. We have, when Fred told me that we were going to do, Fred, you know, the state of the city, I was working with Fred, not me. I don't want it, come on, dude, you do it. He goes, no, we're going to do something different, okay? As you've seen in other cities, they give so much, but the thing is, that's not me, okay? Fred told me, he said, no, I'm going to be with you, we're gonna do it, both of us, we're gonna do it forward, and we're gonna move forward, and we're gonna give the people what they want, transparency. And that's what we want to do. It's gonna be question and answer, you know, and we want to show you that we don't have nothing to hide. We're here for the people, and that's the most important thing. And so we just want to do that. Fred, thank you so much for bringing it. I didn't want it, but we said, no, I set the date already. He said it, okay? He set the date, I didn't. I had nothing to do with it. But yeah, he pushed me into it. Thank you so much. That's going to be what we have, you know, a city manager that looks for the future, that wants to move something forward. And the heart is there also. So, Fred, thank you. Have at it, sir. Let's move forward. Let's get the show to work.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a few highlights of things that have happened here that under Mayor Guerra's tenure, because again, it's really hard for him to pop his own collar, but you know, we have to do it for him. So he's a humble man. He doesn't really like the limelight, but he's in it now. Get ready. And we got a couple of surprises for you again, Mayor. So under Mayor Guerra's tenure, and of course with the help of his commission, you know, just providing good financial stewardship. San Benito's received the GFOAs, and that's the Government Finance Officers Association, excellence in financial reporting every year throughout his tenure, 22, 23, 24. I know Stephanie's here, you know, our CFO, and you know, thank you, Stephanie. Oh, where is she?
Over there.
Thank you so much. It's a big accomplishment. I mean,
Thank you, sir.
this is a national organization that, you know, she submits our audit to and all our financials, and, you know, they don't get these things out lightly, and, you know, we're getting them every year in a row, and it's almost starting to be a habit, and I'm running out of spaces on the plaque, by the way. We're going to have to get a new plaque. But that's something that doesn't happen by accident. It's intentional. It's what we're here for. City government, for the most part, moves slow. It doesn't move fast enough for anybody, especially when you compare it to the private sector. But again, city government, by state government, even the federal government, was set up to move like that on purpose, so that when you make those decisions, when you know you're looking at the financial aspect of any decision these folks make, it has to be, you know, is there money for it? Is there financial assets for that? Is it legal? And we're not going to do anything that's illegal, right? And then more importantly, and this is where it gets a little sticky, is, you know, how's the politics of it? Is it really going to work with the majority of folks that are taxpayers? And those are hard decisions to make. That three-legged stool doesn't happen all the time. And every decision that elected officials make, unfortunately, doesn't always go at 100%. There's always going to be people that are going to second guess. There's always going to be citizens and outsiders that are going to think that they could have made a better decision or they could have done this differently. But at the end of the day, these folks are here. They don't get paid. It's a thankless job. Mayor, commissioners, it comes from the heart, and they're volunteers, and they're here for you all. You all put them in office, but they keep themselves in office. So again, property taxes have been lowered from almost 73 cents down to 70, and we may be going a little lower if the Mayor Pro Tem gets his wish. We have regular budget hearings. We're starting the budget right now. We'll make sure that they're inclusive so that we provide the services that need to be provided. We're a small town, but we're growing, so the needs are growing. You know, you've got all the issues that every city has, plus all the cities that are growing cities, all the issues that a growing city has. So again, the audits have always come out clean. They've always come out with unqualified opinions, which is the best you can get, and that's what leads to the GFOA recognition. Infrastructure and public works, I mean, he took on several decades of deferred maintenance on streets. We've paved probably,
What was it,
I've got the number here, hang on a second.
16 miles or something?
We've done, streets is, we've done 135 blocks in counting. A normal block, it's a lot of streets. So this has been driven by the mayor, the commission, and again, just to put it in perspective, we're not contracting that out. We've got 2 city crews. The crews are doing it in-house, we're buying the materials, probably saving anywhere from 30 to 40% versus using a contractor to do it. So that makes our dollars stretch further. That provides us the opportunity to pave more streets. Health and recreation, obviously you've seen all the stuff that's going in the parks. I'll go into more detail about that later. And of course, just the ethical leadership, he wants to do things right. He wants to make sure that the staff is trained. He wants to make sure that the decisions that the city makes are fair, balanced, and they're legal. And that's every meeting. So that's good leadership, folks. And again, it doesn't come around like that all the time. So again, Mayor, thank you so much for your leadership. Thank you so much for your vision. And again, thank you so much for everything you do for the citizens of San Benito.
Again, it's only the guidance of the relationship that we have with the commission, because the weather commission, it's, city doesn't move without having the votes to move forward. I know that sometimes we do get argued, we do have different opinions, but at the end, we do our best to come forward and move forward for the best of San Benito, okay? And so there's still a lot of projects that are coming in. Coming in as 2018, everything was kind of slow and nothing moved. Then we started the commission. The commission started changing. We had the Mayor Pro Tem Galan coming in. Now I had the 3-2. And then, so in a sense, understand, the citizens need to understand what and who you're voting for in office. That's what's going to move San Benito, okay? Because by not having the votes, nothing moves or stops. And like Fred says, the government moves slow. Why? Because sometimes we need to look up. An action will cause a reaction. Do we have it? Do we have the finances? Can we move? Do we have it? What would it hurt? If we move forward one way, does it hurt the other people? I mean, understand, there's always something behind a decision that we made. And that's why sometimes it takes 2 or 3 agenda items by the time we get it right. But we're there, again, to do what's right for the people. So,
Thank you, Mayor.
Let's go.
All right, so first question, parks and community spaces. What park improvements have recently been implemented and what upcoming projects or enhancements can the community expect in the near future? So again, we've got a video. We let each commissioner take a particular subject and or topic. We're going to be airing that video for y'all, but just to put a little bit of this into perspective, since I've been here and been working with the mayor, we've done several park improvements and they're going to continue. Falligan Pavilion, Falligan Park, that had been kind of sitting around. We had CDBG money for that. That pavilion is up and running. In fact, I saw Father Joe today at lunch, and he still thanking me for that pavilion and wants a few more things from St. Teresa.
Yes.
So again, another friend that I made here, a great part of the community and helps a lot. And, so he's thankful for what we're doing in that area. Landon Park, restrooms, we're doing restroom facilities there, much needed. Kennedy fitness court that we did, that we recently had the ribbon cutting for. We're doing basketball court upgrades. We did volleyball court upgrades. We put in lighting at the volleyball court. We're going to be doing a pickleball court and other things like that. Other amenities are coming. We've got a lot of improvements to the existing parks that need to be, and again, part of that deferred maintenance. But We like to show the video, Commissioner Navarro's video on parks and community spaces. We'll have that.
Your city commissioner here in San Benito. I'm proud to share one of our city's biggest steps forward in health and wellness, the new fitness court studio. This project came together through a public-private partnership with Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas, a national fitness campaign in the city of San Benito. Together we created a free space where anyone in our community can come to move, build strength, and feel better. Research shows that consistent physical activity, even just a few minutes a day, can help prevent chronic disease and improve our quality of life. This court isn't just about fitness, it's a tool for better health, open to everyone, every day. And now with the free fitness court app, it's even easier to get a workout in. This court was built to grow with us, from community challenges to local fitness classes. They're artists by local artists, there's room for yoga, Zumba, or whatever gets you moving. But our commitment to community wellness goes beyond the court. Our city's work on a Parks Master Plan, a community-driven effort to maintain and improve our green spaces and parks for generations to come. We're also launching a partnership with Protect Our Nation's Youth, or PONY, an organization that brings officially sanctioned baseball and softball leagues to a community like ours. As part of our commitment, our team resurfaced and maintained the baseball fields at Stokey Park and gave the parks a fresh coat of paint to create a more welcoming space for our players and families. We're planning to invest even more in Stokey Park in the coming months as we continue working to grow our youth sports and create more opportunities for our kids right here in San Benito. We're also expanding parking along the Lasaka Trail by an inlet parking. This will make it easier for families and visitors to access the trail. Plus, you might have noticed new lighting at the volleyball court area in Kennedy Park, allowing folks to enjoy their games even after dark. These lighting upgrades, along with ongoing maintenance and improvements, are all part of our plan for success in San Benito. Looking ahead, we're also planning a stage of building new restrooms at Nadron Park, an important enhancement that will greatly improve comfort and convenience for all our park visitors. This is just the beginning for San Benito's improved commitment to wellness, recreation, and the quality of life for our residents. We're proud of how far we've come and excited for what's next.
I don't think Commissioner Navarro's here, is he? Not here? No. Okay. He didn't make it.
I don't think he's here yet, but did a great video. So
He did.
he's here.
That's
He's
awesome.
here.
Well,
Mayor, anything you want to add to parks?
just remember the people and citizens of San Benito. You know, when we had the City Hall for All, people told us or asked us, what do you want to bring? What are you going to bring? So we turned it around and said, well, what do you want? And so that's how we started getting, you know, more ideas of what the people want on this. So the fitness court, I mean, you have our group, our team that comes in and says, well, I know we can bring in, you know, where's Ms. Jana? Yeah, she's the one over here. Ms. Jana's the one that, you know, she goes, man, Rick, I can bring, we'll hook up with, you know, Blue Cross Blue Shield and we'll bring them in. I said, man, have at it. Those are the professionals that we have, the team that are on our team. Man, I can't do it. I don't even know the people. But people like Ms. Diana and Fred brings in people like that, commission. Those are the ones that are the professionals. Those are the ones that bring in what the people want, okay, and need. And again, I just want to thank you all for doing that. There's more to come. I know that she told me, so I said, hopefully it'll be a surprise, or maybe later on you can see it. So.
Sure. Well, and again, all this kind of runs together, folks, because the next question involves creative solutions and grant funding. And the question, you know, that a lot of folks are asking is, how are you thinking creatively to address our needs? Obviously, any city, doesn't matter who it is, the needs usually outstrip or outpace the money that you have to do things with. So you're always looking for help. As you saw earlier when Congressman Gonzalez talked about what he did for us and the appropriations money that he put aside for us, those are the ways you leverage money. Usually they're, some sort of an 80-20 split, things like that. We partnered up with Cameron County RMA. CCRMA has been a great partner. We've got plenty of projects pending with them. TWDB, Texas Water Development Board, other private funding entities. We're looking, you saw the port director here, the port chairman here. We're looking for, partnerships that are gonna make us regional in nature and that are gonna leverage our dollars further. And again, everybody does that, just some people do it a little better than others, and I think we're ahead of that game. So just to give you a little idea, here to date, we've applied for $1.7 million just this year. We've gotten awarded $875,000. So, we're running about 50% right now. We're still waiting on the rest, but it's a lot of money. Just the breakdown of that, $250,000 from the GLO, the General Land Office, for our comprehensive plan and how to tie that to resiliency. $150,000 from the North American Development Bank for our utilities master plan, which we don't have. We've never had one. So how do you grow a city? How do you know where the infrastructure is going to be needed? How do you go out for funding? You need a master plan, and I wrote the grant for that and got $150,000 for it. Again, that's starting this summer, and we just procured the engineers for that, so we're going to be moving quickly on it. And as Congressman Gonzalez mentioned, we got $1.1 million from a federal appropriation. We applied for this next year's round of funding as well for utilities and for water and wastewater. And staff, Guyana, is working on Stokey Park renovation. We applied with the Valley Baptist Foundation for $500,000 there. So, folks, we're getting it out there. That's the way it works. You can't do anything on your own. And it's always nice when you leverage money. So, again, we've got another video on creative solutions and grant funding, and that's going to be brought to us by Commissioner Del Morales.
Hello, San Benito. I'm Commissioner Deborah Morales, and every day I'm inspired by the progress we've made together. I'm so proud and honored to share that the City of San Benito has applied for over $1.7 million in grant funding, and we've already secured more than $875,000 from those applications. That's funding going toward real improvements in our community. Through grants, we've supported critical programs like the CDBG initiative, bringing in $342,000 in relief for families. We've secured $60,000 through UT Health for health initiatives and $50,000 through the National Fitness Campaign, matched by $170,000 in city funds to invest directly into the health and wellness of our entire community. We've also received a $3,000 summer reading grant to support literacy. Our police department has been awarded several reimbursement-based grants, including $21,000 through the DEA, $146,000 from Stone Martin, and $20,000 through the Lone Star Grant, all to strengthen the safety of our community. Our fire department is actively pursuing over $844,000 in funding to upgrade equipment. But grants don't just provide funding. They represent valuable partnerships. Grants encourage active community involvement through programs, outreach, and collaboration. As your commissioner, I am committed to continue to seek out and secure grants that will benefit every corner of San Benito, from health and safety to education and recreation. Together, we are making lasting improvements in San Benito, one project at a time. May God continue to bless San Benito.
Thank you, Commissioner. I know that you're a big advocate as far as getting grants. I know that the Commissioner Goodman also. Sometimes, it's always it's a challenge. It's a challenge getting those kind of grants because it's either a matching grant and sometimes it's either 50% of what you want. So there's always going to be something behind it. sometimes we do have the finances, sometimes we just have to hold off or and find something else. But again, we are looking for grants. People tell me, well, why don't you get grants? It's not that simple. I wish I could tell you it was. But there's always something moving forward for us, and we are looking, okay? And you see what the progress that when we do get it, we would move forward and bring, you know, good things to San Benito and for you all. Okay.
Thanks, Mayor. So next group of questions is infrastructure improvements. So interesting question. There's several of them, but first question is, why are some potholes only partially filled? Hey, it's a real question. I didn't change it. I have to be true to the process. So why are some potholes only partially filled? Is there more durable patchwork or other repairs as an option? Okay. Well, to understand a pothole, it's a failure in the road. You get the asphalt that's put in there, it gets cracked, water gets in through the crack, gets underneath the subgrade, it deteriorates the subgrade, and the rest is history. It's just like anything else. Without a good foundation, a house can't exist. So once that's compromised, it's really hard to go back and rebuild that one piece, even though sometimes they're this big or that big. But what it constitutes is a failure. It's just a failure in the pavement, and it's compromised, and it needs to be redone. So what we do is we go out there and patch it, we put the pothole out there, get it filled up, and get it traversable. But the next step is the overlay, and that's why we're up to 135, 140 blocks. We're doing paving every day. We got 2 crews going at the same time. So to answer that question, whoever that citizen was, the more durable option is an overlay, and that's what we're doing every day. We're doing, and we got our crews going 100 miles an hour doing that. So, and again, just to be fair to the process, I mean, these guys, it's getting real hot. That asphalt is hot. It's not easy to manage that. So, you know, they're out there paving the streets, but a whirlwind stops for no one. You've still got other things happening. Anytime there's a rain event, and I know we had a pretty massive one here recently, any rain event, and you trigger all the potholes all over again, and I'm sure everybody knows that. But it's not unique to San Benito, it's not unique to the Valley, it's not unique to Texas, it's everywhere. But our job is to try to keep up with it, and that's what we're here for. So another one is, who is responsible for maintaining roads near Fun and Sun RV Park? So y'all know that one. Zillock Road is one of your old Army Corps of Engineer roads that were concrete pads. They have them, you know, Army Corps built those all over the place. Some of them became FM, farm to market roads. You have them all over South Texas. Those concrete pads wear out over time. The base that they sit on gets compromised, and they buckle. I mean, we've got very expansive soil here in San Benito. Plasticity index is very, very high. Anytime there's water, it expands. Anytime it gets dry, it contracts. That contraction and expansion moves these things around. So a lot of people think that those things are solid, and they're not. They move, and Mother Nature is somewhat of a serial killer. So we have to contend with her, and God bless her. But so again, Zillock is another example. We've got a burgeoning partnership with the CCRMA, and we're looking at a potential project with them to tie into the I guess that connector that's coming back to 509 from Sunshine Strip.
It's usually from the frontage all the way to 509.
Right.
So you're talking about almost about three miles. So honestly, we can't afford it. There's no way we could afford 3 miles of asphalt to be able to do that. So we reach out to the county and helping us out. They stated that they will, and so it just now we're talking. Okay, there's other projects also. Is that going to be for later, or we can see it right now?
Mayor, this is your show. You say it whenever you
okay.
want.
Stinger, okay, Stinger Road from Business 77 all the way to Business 77. That's going to be redone, okay? It's coming. It was supposed to have started last year, but somehow, because of the funding, you know, they had to move it up to hopefully this year. So that's where we're at right now. Stinger is going to be redone, okay? So I'm hoping that when I did talk to the engineer, that I said, well, from McCullough, that way I wanted like a 3-lane, a turning lane in the middle because of the Stokey Park that we have. That's a lot of traffic. Okay, so it just depends, but there's always going to be also some, now is that going to be 10 feet sidewalk also?
Yeah, their new prototype is a 10-foot sidewalk.
10 feet
They call it
sidewalk.
multi-use pedestrian facility. It'll be on one side. The letting on that, TxDOT will be letting that in October. Construction will be starting in November, and that first phase will be from US 77 all the way to 10.
I think they can land an aircraft there, 10 feet sidewalk, wow. But that's going to be a connection that, you know, for walking, biking, so whatever, it's going to connect also with the Resaca. So it's another project that, you know, that we need and then we've been pushing for, and now we finally got somebody to hear us and to help us fund this. So it's coming. People, it's coming. I mean, there's more projects coming, but that's, you know, that's all we can tell you, that we're doing our best to move something forward in this. So,
Williams Road, same thing. They'll be doing some improvements on that, on another 10-foot sidewalk on that. There's a lot of major arterials that are going to be, you know, part of the CCRMA, but again, they benefit San Benito. So we have our car share, we pay for it, we pay our share, and together we do more. That's the way it works.
that's the way we can do it.
We just started we just had a teleconference with TxDOT on 77, US 77. It's still a couple of years off. They're going to be widening it. They may be putting in some medians. Don't hold it against me. That's a state project. Just want to say that for the record. A lot of businesses don't like medians, but TxDOT does because it's a safety issue. Keeps cars from cutting across 3 or 4 or 5 lanes, and sometimes you get some pretty bad accidents. So,
and that's you know, and that's coming because when TxDOT came in to us back in 21 when I was just came in as a mayor, they flat out told me, he said, Mayor, do you want additional? I said, well, yeah, I guess. What do you think? He said, well, Mayor, let me put it this way. TxDOT is willing to do this. If you reject it, any accidents that happen, any death or anything, it's on the city. You reject it, it's on the city. That's why, again, please, it's not because we're saying, well, we're going to do cement, medians on the center, just for the heck of it. That's what TxDOT said. That's how it's being designed, and we just move forward on it. That's what, so we're just supporting it to bring it in and make it safer for somebody. That was the whole reason why, those concrete medians are going to be held or be placed on there. Again, like Fred said, don't kill us. We're just messengers. That's what they want. That's what they recommended, and it's coming.
So one of the first parts of that 77 improvement is the bridge right there at the Resaca. And one of the things the mayor had been pushing at the MPO was a tunnel to cross underneath. And congratulations, Mayor, you got your wish.
That was, again, on that one, it just, on the TxDOT, I told the engineer, I said, look, I'll support it if you give me a bridge. Remember, some of you are old enough and some of you are not. They used to have a bridge over the expressway, okay? They called it Puente Los Amores, okay? It was a bridge, it was a walk bridge, okay? That's how much it expanded, okay? So I said, I don't mind, give me a bridge. He said, no, Texas will not allow it. Okay, give me a crosswalk. No, it's too wide. It's too wide. We're not gonna give you a pedestrian because my vision was I need the Resaca, the buildings, the businesses that are across the Resaca. I wanted the people that as they're walking to go that way and go grab a shake, a hamburger or dinner or something. So, and he told me, he said, no, we're not. I said, well, what's the last thing? I mean, no bridge, no crosswalk. What are you gonna give me? I said, Mayor, I said, no, I want a tunnel. Give me a tunnel underneath Business 77. And he goes, Mayor, I'll have to take it back to my, the administration and let me see what they are allowing. So they came back a couple of weeks later and said, Mayor, we can do the tunnel. So we're going to have a tunnel for Resaca right there, the crosswalk of Resaca, the trail, the walking trail, and it's going to go underneath Business 77, and it's going to go over there to the Resaca Village. So that's coming. Okay, it's coming. It wasn't, like I said, we had to work with the Texas because, like I said, they weren't budget. Give me a bridge? No. Give me a crosswalk? No. Hey, give me a tunnel. That's going to cost us. I don't care. If not, I'll send them to the money of the 77. Okay, let me see what I can do. They get back and said yes, so I'm going to have it. Okay, so, Doc, I don't know if it's going to be tall enough for us, but, you know, we're going to have something.
It will, and we're going to make sure we name it where the Cavalry Memorial Tunnel. I did submit that to TxDOT, so be ready. We're going to have a little groundbreaking, or a little ribbon cutting for that. But we also have a video. Mayor Pro Tem Galvan recorded a nice video on infrastructure improvements, and we'll hear that now.
Hello, friends and neighbors. As your city commissioner, I want to highlight an important area where we've made real progress: our streets. Historically, only 15 to 20 blocks were completed each year. And over the past 2 years, through the leadership of this commission, we've significantly increased that number by investing in personnel, equipment, and wages. Now we are able to pave 80 to 90 blocks annually. This progress reflects a strategic shift and increased investment in our street paving program. While there's still work ahead, this progress shows we're moving in the right direction to pave the way in San Benito. We've also prioritized curb and gutter upgrades and pothole repairs, including on streets like Bowie, Ballinger, and Early. Our Public Works Department has also tackled major sewer and drainage work. They fixed more than 37 manholes and resolved over 177 sewer backups. Preventative maintenance and equipment upgrades keep everything flowing behind the scenes. We've been smart with our resources too, refurbishing a vacuum excavator instead of replacing it, saving the taxpayers about $300,000. The vacuum excavator is now being used to maintain and clean storm drains throughout the city. Cleanups are also making a visible difference. Our neighborhood cleanup events are averaging nearly 8 tons of debris collected, keeping debris out of our roadways and out of our drainage system. We have also installed a generator at the Herminia lift station, an extremely crucial investment that keeps wastewater pumping even during power outages, helping prevent sewer overflows and, importantly, protecting public health. The team also continues street sweeping, brush removal, and debris clearing among major roads including East Stanger, Robertson, and Sam Houston. Other notable highlights include new parking spots at Kennedy Park, curb and gutter upgrades on Alamo, Rio Grande, and Elano, plus fresh overlays on Miguel Drive and Railroad Avenue, improvements that boost safety and convenience across town. These achievements are a result of a hardworking, dedicated team that truly cares about our city. A big thank you to all of our crews for the effort you put in every day to make this progress possible. On behalf of the City of San Benito and the City Commission, we want to thank our community for allowing us to prioritize our street paving program. Let's keep momentum going as we build a San Benito that's stronger, safer, and ready for the future, one street at a time. Adelante, San Benito.
About that, yeah. Just remember, our engineer, well, he's a electrical engineer. Al, what's this?
He's whatever he wants.
Yeah, whatever he wants.
Al's a fixture here.
Yeah, that gentleman has put in close to, I think it was been 6 generators, diesel generators throughout the city, not only in lift stations, but also in the buildings. That gentleman has done a tremendous job. Just remember that sometimes, I mean, most of our buildings didn't have a generator, so when the light would go out, we didn't have any power. Okay, so now in certain areas, certain buildings of the city, now we do have power. Generated by the diesel generators. So that has been a big improvement on it. They come to us and they say, well, we need one. I say, have at it, yes. Another thing is the cleanups. Please, people, cleanups. We don't want those the debris being placed out there in front of the homes. Where every time we have a cleanup, the citywide cleanup, please take advantage of it. You can dump almost anything in there except tires, but they're there to keep our city clean, and that's what we're looking forward to every time we do this cleanup. Usually twice a year. And so hopefully we should be coming up to another one. So please take advantage of the bins that are there, so you can throw most of the trash that you have. We're still taking up the debris from the flooding.
Yes, sir.
And we're still taking up debris from the flooding. If there's any way that y'all can take it over there, our trash company is not going to be picking up a lot of it. Okay, it's over there at the city. You can take it to the city, and then you can dispose of it there. And we there, just let's try to keep some bonito, okay? Yeah.
Okay, so next question is drainage and flooding. So, as you all know, we've been in a severe drought for many months now, probably getting close to over a year. Texas is no stranger to droughts. We've had some late 90s, and probably before I was born, and I'm going to have some afterwards. But then we have this severe rain event a few months back, and everybody here in this area gets inundated with 20, 21 inches, 22 inches of rain in a day, 8, 9, 10 hours. No drainage system is prepared for that. No drainage system anywhere can handle that kind of volume of water at that rate. San Benito, very similar to other cities in this area, we flooded. I mean, we're going to be honest about that. But the good news is the water receded. So the question is, what is the long-term solution? What are we going to do in the city for a long-term solution? But, unfortunately, as city officials, the city administrator, elected officials, the answers aren't always that easy. Drainage is a huge undertaking. And the real takeaway is that drainage in San Benito is not in a vacuum. Drainage in San Benito depends on everybody that's upstream. Because everything that's coming from our neighbors to the west, whether it's the next town over, the next county over, comes through here because everything drains into the Gulf. Either the Arroyo Colorado or any of the other main drains that take water that way. So we're a river delta. I mean, that's what we are. We are the valley. Mayor Villalobos said it best at one of our meetings, you know, it's an act of God. But we need to prepare ourselves because God helps those who help themselves. Right? Amen. So,
Just remember that McAllen, I think he said it's 110 feet above sea level. We're only about 50. So that means that we're 100 feet below them. So where's the water going to go to? It's coming to us. Okay, there's only so much we can handle. Okay, because it's just the nature of the game. Our drainage need to be, and we're going to be talking to our irrigation district and getting them, some type of meeting with them and trying to see if we can collaborate with them and see what we can do with the drainage. They need to be either redone, add more capacity. We need more capacity in there to be able to handle the amount of water that comes in. It's not always the flooding that we have, but it does need more capacity. Remember, we've been in a drought. Drought started, and I remember correctly, in 1993, that's when we started. We started having less and less throughout the years. So Fred, you're right. We've been having this since then. Now it's to the point as we have a water drought. There's not enough water. Okay, we have to be looking for another alternative method of getting water, creating water, or picking up water. So we're going to do. Flooding is going to be one of those things that what we're going to do. We need detention ponds. We need detention ponds to empty out as much as we can. A lot of the subdivisions that are flooded and get the water away from them. So detention ponds are going to be the most important thing. The drainage. We're hoping to work good with the school districts, and they have a lot of land. We're looking to hopefully acquire. I've been pushing Fred and said there's always land that we can acquire to build detention ponds. Okay, now what are we going to do with it? Well, that's going to be the next phase, but those are ideas that we have right now. I know I'll tell Fred every once in a while. I need areas to look forward to, and that's why it's more important to get. Fred gets a lot of my phone calls. Understand that. There's times that I'm gonna bug him 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day, but I can tell him that's what you get paid for, dude. I'm sorry, I don't get paid. But he comes up with ideas. Commissioners also. They're always coming up with, we're always trying to work together and solve the problem for the people. Again, like I said, it's not easy. I wish we had the monies for it, the finances, to be able to do whatever the heck we want, but it's not there. We have to take it easy, we have to take it step by step. So with that, again, Fred, bring us solutions.
Well, and we have them, Mayor. I mean, they ask for long-term, and, you gotta, like I said before, we have to look at short-term. So short-term is what really makes things happen. So as you saw Mayor Pro Tem's video, we repurposed one of our sewer vacuum trucks. We had it kind of sitting around, put, 50 grand into it. It was basically inoperable. We actually, thanks to staff and doing a little bit of legwork, got that unit back in service.
We're going to sell it.
Well, that predates me, Mayor.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to sell it.
Yeah,
but the mayor, I think, and these folks wanted to sell it. But, it's a great opportunity to create a full-time drainage crew. That's one thing that Mayor Pro Tem, and, there's other cities that are doing that. And I don't mind, copying other cities that are doing good stuff. We created our own, we're in the process of creating our own full-time drainage crew. It'll be a 3-man crew. All they're going to be doing, again, the short term is keep whatever lines, whatever inlets, whatever drainage, whatever drainage lines that we have, keep those clean, keep them flowing, keep them as trouble-free as possible. So that's our short term. And then midterm is working with our city partners. Obviously, the city has a lot of land. We scheduled a meeting with the irrigation and drainage district to look and see where there may be some overlap with not only their drainage facilities, but how it was affected by the recent rains. We've got a great model of where that water went, how that water rose, and where it actually affected people the most severely. So with that model, we can go back and talk to them about creative solutions, because again, just full disclosure, we don't own those ditches. We don't have authority over those ditches. It's the drainage district, and those of y'all that pay your taxes know that. Y'all pay that tax. That's a separate entity from the city. A lot of folks don't realize that. But we have to work together because they serve the same people we serve. And you know, I think the real art is moving forward together to make these decisions, and good decisions that are going to give us the most capability and the most capacity in our system. So the midterm would be working with them. The mayor mentioned adding capacity to the ditches that we have in the city. We've got a good map of where that water and all that drainage issue was, so we can work with them. Those are kind of our high priorities. But you add capacity, you reprofile them, you make them wider, you make them deeper. They carry more water. That means water that they carry is less water that's in the streets, and that's part of a short to midterm solution. He mentioned detention facilities. Regional detention facilities, they're pretty common in the upper valley. I mean, they have some here in the lower valley. It's just areas where you've got green space, whether it's a park, whether it's school district property. You detain water there. You retain water there, and it keeps it off the street. And the rest of the time that it's not raining, you're using it as soccer fields. You're using it as a walking trail. You're using it as baseball fields. But when the emergency happens, when the water comes, you have that extra capacity and you keep it off the streets. So that's an ongoing, conversation we're going to have, not only with our drainage district partners, but also with the school district. They've expressed some interest in moving forward. And again, we all serve the same taxpayers. So I think it's a good opportunity to partner up. And no, I don't have a video on this, so that's by design. I don't think anybody wanted to touch that one, so again, I'm sorry, but we'll move on to our a little more interesting video on economic development. But again, like I said, it's a work in progress, folks. Nobody expected that kind of rain, but we'll be ready next time. Guarantee you that.
Yes.
Aaron? Anything else?
Next one.
All right. So we'll go on to economic growth and the city identity. So we have a commissioner in our midst, Commissioner Tom Goodman, who spends most of his day in a neighboring city, South Padre Island. I think y'all are familiar with it. South Padre is, a unique place. It's like I tell him, kind of, how can you not sell South Padre Island? South Padre Island succeeds no matter what. And everybody claims it. Everybody does. We're 30 minutes from there. McAllen's, an hour from there. Everybody realizes the value and the economic draw that South Padre Island is. But what a lot of people don't realize is that there's another kind of extra piece to that draw, is that we've got opportunities here in San Benito. We've got affordable land. We've got proximity to everything. I tell people when you get to the airport, less than 20 minutes, you get to Brownsville, you get to the port of Brownsville, you can get to the island, you can get to everything that's anything, SpaceX, you can claim it all. And this is our time. So what I've been telling the mayor, the commissioners, and I think, where's Ms. Yanis? I'd like to recognize our Economic Development Corporation President, Ana Yanis. She's been a big supporter of what we do at the Economic Development Corporation. Again, I've talked to y'all a little bit about this. We need rooftops to attract retail and commercial businesses. But retail and commercial businesses won't come unless there's rooftops. So it's kind of one of those chicken and the egg things where you're always chasing your tail. But we've been lucky, as I talked to the mayor a little earlier when we were doing our run through, You know, and I know that I see some of, I'm going to put them on the spot. You know, there was when I got here, one of the first things that hit me was that there was a lot of apathy from our development, I guess our development folks in the area. And I come to find out that there was projects that had been shelved since 2018. You know, I just couldn't understand that. I couldn't understand why you had a viable project, something that could change that part of San Benito, and nobody would move on it. And I understand why there was, you know, there was some issues involved with it, you know, whether it was the past administration, my predecessor, or whatever. But moving forward, you know, I sit with these folks, and all of a sudden they're energized. All of a sudden they're excited. And some of these are going vertical. Okay, and I know Mr. Contreras is in the back over there.
Where's he at?
Thank you for being here,
There he
sir.
is.
For
Okay.
Cody Sewer.
Thank you, sir.
He's one of our bigger developers here.
That's going to be the one on Business 77, all that, that's it.
Yep.
Okay.
San
He's
Carlos
on-
County. San Carlos
Yeah.
County.
San Carlos
Again, little bit, not to put you under the gun here, but how long did you shelve your project, sir?
7 years.
Thank you. So what made you start it up again?
New management.
Thank you. I swear I didn't plan it. You just sat perfectly where I could see him. But this is the thing, folks. I'm pro-development. The mayor's pro-development. The council's pro-development. This is what we do. We want to make this place developer-friendly, not only for retail, residential, but even secondary, tertiary, industrial. That's how it goes. When you send that out, developers, site locators, they talk. They know. They know when a city's not developer-friendly, and they know when it is. And we're putting out that message. We're making sure people know that we're open for business. Part of that is how do you, well, thank you. I'll let you, So,
And by doing that, Fred, you know, I know that, and I had told Fred in the past, you know, that was one thing that I said, I need a one-stop shop, in the sense that when they come, a developer comes in, he comes in asking what I got, this is what I want, and I'm believing, I'm hoping that he's gonna give it to us, a place, a building that once you come in and you want something, you don't leave without, in just a one time, you come in and you get, and by the time you leave, you're already certified with what you got, and you're very,
all your
very
questions are answered.
all questions are answered, and you say, yes, this is what I want. That has been one of my biggest gripes of what we have right now. I don't want to see that, and I told Fred in the past, a lady with a 3-month-old baby coming in, going from one building to another because we don't have it, okay? And then drizzling. Oh man, I could have killed somebody. Honestly, I could. But it's still in the works. The building, I believe, is coming. I'm going to push for it. I believe that most of the commission also is doing it. They don't want to see that no more. I think Mayor Pro Tem, I think you went through it, so you weren't that happy also with it. But you know, and so the business that we're trying to get, I know we got the Cody Sewer over there. You got my Tocayo Rick Guerra over there with the construction also, you know, doing also projects. You got Sam Patel over here, Sam, you're gonna shy away from me. But we're trying to support what we have. And I think thinking about this business that's coming in, please understand, I know, look at what happened the last couple of days, you know, here in Tomato and throughout the valley. I think one of the mayors, you know, summed it up very good. Now's the time that this happened with the rate, you know, it's gonna hurt cities. But please, help us to support what we have here in the valley. Each city, I mean, we stay local, buy local, support local, and that's what we're asking, that's what I'm asking also the people to please, don't leave us behind. You want things, we can only do it by you supporting local. The hotels, the restaurants, and everything. And so with that in mind, again, like I said, I just want to thank you all, you know, for that, and just the conjunto Avila, I can barely see you, but yeah, there's people out there also. You know, like I said, so sorry.
Don't be sorry, Mayor. This is your show.
No, I like.
So with that, I'll let Commissioner Goodman's video roll, because we've been holding back on that one for too long.
I'm Commissioner Tom Goodman. Thank you for allowing me to serve you in this capacity. Throughout my 35-year history of living here, it never ceases to amaze me how many people have connections to San Benito. When they speak of their roots here, you can see how much being from here means to them. Something about San Benito just gets into your soul. San Benito is built on tradition. Our stories are told through music, dance, food, Friday night football, and fireworks. From the timeless music of Conjunto and Tejano live legends that perform at La Villita and the rooftop of the Aztec building. We have Freddie Fender, Ray Avila, Bobby Morrow, and others to thank for putting San Benito on the world stage. At home, our family roots run deep. My wife, Nelly Garza, class of '78, is a third-generation San Benito. After 35 years together, we now have a great-grandchild, a sixth-generation San Benito. I know that many of you can tell similar stories. Commissioner Galvan won't stop. Stories like the spontaneous pachangas at Pio's house. Pio, how many meats can you cook at one time? All of them, of course. Más fuego, mijito. We are a city that honors its roots and celebrates its voice. Now it is time to write a new chapter in our history. One that continues to build on our tradition. One that takes advantage of our culture and our heritage. One that welcomes others to experience the uniqueness and the soul of this great community. This elected body has worked diligently alongside our city manager, Fred Sandoval, to formulate a vision for the future of San Benito. To revive that pride, to carry on those traditions, to expand on what is uniquely ours, a vision that builds on our rich culture and heritage. Over the past year, we've seen beautiful reminders of our identity in art exhibitions, festivals, historic exhibits, and live performances. They are the beginning of where we are going. We now have a municipal historian within our cultural arts department, someone dedicated to documenting and celebrating our city's past, so we never lose sight of where we came from. In the coming days and weeks, this commission and our city government will announce a new look to our city brand, a summer concert series, and infrastructure initiatives to ensure adequate utilities far into the future. Each effort is designed to build on the past and propel us into the future. We want to welcome new and future generations to experience San Benito, to learn what makes us the soul of South Texas.
Not bad, not bad. Well,
That's a hell of an actor right there.
yes, sir, yes, sir. So with that, we got a couple of big reveals for y'all. So I'd like to ask all the commissioners to come up on stage, if they could. Commissioner Morales, Commissioner Goodman, Mayor Pro Tem. Can y'all join us on stage real quick?
You're not young, come on.
So a couple things, Commissioner Goodman kind of gave you all the teaser for this, but We want to move into the future. I know a lot of folks are really proud of this history of San Benito, and you know, I can't help but, you know, feel the same way. I'm not from San Benito. I was not born here, but I got here as soon as I could. How's that? So with that, the mayor and the commission wanted to see how we could go into the next foreseeable future, I guess, the next years, next decade of what San Benito could be and what it can evolve into, okay? So we hired a firm to come in and kind of poll everybody. We've had meetings, we've had interaction with staff. I personally have sent this thing out to a lot of my new friends here in San Benito, and again, thank you. Some of y'all are here, some of y'all aren't, but everybody, almost to the person, loved it. This is, with that, I'd like the mayor to introduce our new logo and our new slogan.
Okay. We're gonna see it.
Yes, sir.
We are the warm welcome your heart is searching for.
The rare cultural destination that truly is.
A city built on heritage and harmony.
The birthplace of conjunto music.
Home to writers, musicians, and artists.
And generations of doers and dreamers.
Proud of our history, our community.
A timeless and beautiful place.
Full of authentic joy.
A soulful serenade that holds you close.
We are San Benito, the soul of South Texas.
So we're going to be unique in the sense, and I'm going to let these folks talk because I know they're dying to. But one of the things I wanted to show you all is the thought process that went into this. We're going to have probably the only icon and the only logo in the whole state of Texas that's actually a living logo. And what I mean by that is, if you look at the 4 squares, that's kind of the first snapshot, represents, you know, the wildlife, the state. That's actually a musical note, in case y'all can't figure it out. I myself am tone deaf, so I didn't know what it was. I thought it was Mercury's, you know, winged foot or something. And then of course the hat for South Texas. So that's interchangeable. If we're gonna do the library, we can put books, we can put, you know, a lamp, we can put some other stuff. If we're gonna do a birding center event, well, we can put different birds and, you know, the couple of alligators that are out there harassing these birders and some of these other things. So it's gonna be a living icon, and I think that really makes it unique. And we're really excited about that. But I think the real takeaway, and this is the one that all the folks that I've talked to myself, because I did my own market research with the people that I know here in San Benito, all different folks, all kinds of different volunteers, and some are just citizens. The soul of South Texas really resonates with them. It's quick, it's short, and it gets your attention. But the translation is even nicer. La alma del sur. It's a beautiful translation. I mean, I think so. I would think you all would too. So that's our new tagline. We want to make sure that we honor what we've had in the past, our history, which you see around you. It's a living display of that. You know, not only the cultural history, but also the musical history. And I think that's the biggest. I think that's the biggest opportunity we have in San Benito that most cities around us don't. Everybody's trying to figure it out. Everybody's trying to make their own history up, make their own icons, make their own taglines, make their own centers of attention. We already have it. We were born with it. And we need to continue to embrace it and grow it. So, with that, I'll let some of these folks talk.
I just want to thank Fred, city leaders and staff for being here today, and community advocates, friends, family. Thank you all for joining us today in this momentous occasion. I'm so happy to, put this out, set the soul of South Texas to speak so much more to our rich history. And I hope that we can continue to live up to what our founding fathers thought that we could live up to. Thank you all for being here today.
I want to tell just a quick story here. You've seen a lot of Fred tonight, and there's a lot of him to see, of course, but we love him. I have to pick on him. When we were fortunate enough to get him as a board when we were looking for new city managers, and I had the great pleasure of being on that panel with them to attract him to this city. And we remember after we interviewed him, a couple hours later, we had interviewed several of them. And we decided that, okay, Fred was the guy, because he comes in and he says, you guys are sitting on a sleeping giant, just a sleepy community. You don't even realize what you have here. And what he has is awoken us to that possibility and where we are right now. We got him on the phone, and I'm going to do something I don't usually do, a little bit of curse word. And we told him, he said, Fred, when can you start? He says, I can start any time. I said, great. Get your ass here on Monday.
That's a true story.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are so happy to have you here. We're so happy to have Fred here. We really look forward. How many of you feel like that you are part of the soul of South Texas?
With all this, that we've been doing, we've been trying to do, okay, we just wanted, I know Fred had told me, he said, maybe you gotta do it. He said, let somebody else do it. But the main thing was, with all this, we wanted to be transparent to the residents, to the people, to our citizens of San Benito. That's what has been, the most important thing to all of us, being transparent. Our finances, anything that we do, we're trying to be transparent. We're not hiding nothing. Please understand that. And with all this, to me, at first, when he said he wanted to change, and I think it was Commissioner Goodman, I go, Goodman, they're going to hang us, dude. They're going to hang us. Resaca City has been here but just remember, Resaca City is not going away, okay? It's not going to be put away, it's not going to be put out to pasture and nothing. It's here to stay. This will be something for us, and you want to see it? Say it. What's going on? Well, anyway, give me just a couple more seconds. But anyway, the most important thing is we're here for you all, okay? We're here for you all, and honestly, we just want to thank you all for coming this way. God bless you. I want to take a more. I got a break from the huddle house. Hey, nothing else I eat, okay? I got Miss Kim Lim over there also, and you got, just one of those things that. Bring it on.
Little early. Almost there.
Yeah, almost there. Okay. Let's get it going, man. I mean, I know
we're
taking too long.
Let's get over it.
Let's go.
So the big reveal is our summer concert series. As you all know, we've got a rich musical history. We've got the fairgrounds, 130 acres, and I'd like to recognize somebody. Roy Garcia, he's in the back over there. Roy Garcia put together our amphitheater and what we're going to do. It's a musical venue that we're going to base it at the fairgrounds, but it's not the musical venue that's the key. It's a retail and commercial project with a musical venue as an anchor. And I mean, if y'all saw this article in the Monitor a couple weeks ago, the convention center didn't pass again, okay? It is what it is. I mean, I'm glad I didn't put it out there. But the point is that there is a void in Cameron County for venues. There's a void in Cameron County for activities, music, entertainment, everything. So we're going to fill that void. We've got a summer series that's going to get kicked off July 11th, but we'll have our normal Resaca Fest, which is July 5th, so y'all join us for that. It's a free event. We've got, you know, some good musical groups and some folks. It's a free event. We're going to have food and all kinds of things for the family. But the music series, the summer music series is something totally different. That's being run through the EDC. Thank you, Madam President. Thank you, board members. Thank you, elected officials. This is another project that we're going to be doing. Nobody else in the valley is doing this. Nobody else in probably all of Texas is doing this. This is a summer series that's going to put us on the map, literally. We're super excited. We got great groups. We got a great lineup, and we're always adding to them every single day. We hope you'll join us, and thank you so much for being here, and hopefully you'll support us going forward. So with that, we'll show you what we got.
Thank you, a high five. I'll take a pat on the back. At this point, I'll take a thumbs up. That's all I need.
Well, what do you think? summer's the big one. July, we're gonna have fireworks every weekend. No offense, Commissioner, you don't have to go to the island to see fireworks on Saturday. You can see them here every weekend. It'll be part of the, it'll probably be part of the lineup. So again, folks, this is what we're trying to do to get some attention, get us put on the map, but also give back to our citizens, make this a regional destination like some of our neighbors. And when the ball gets rolling, a lot of times you're gonna see this. We're gonna get attention, and it's gonna be the good kind. So, which is what we need, by the way. So we're gonna get this thing going for y'all. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll be here tonight. We're gonna call the staff up here to take a photo with us. Everybody that got all of my staff back there, I want to come up here and take a photo with them. But again, thank you so much. Ticketmaster.com. If not, that man back there with the beer in his hand is the guy that you can talk to, Roy Garcia. He's going to be running the fairgrounds for us, and we'll be running it out of the EDC. So again, thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you all for being here on behalf of the mayor, the commissioners, my staff, my family, my friends, and all of you all as my friends. I'm humbled to be here. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Thank you so much for coming again. I hope you can join us for the